Oh yeah, the Iowa caucus slash primary is over, and we called it. If I may raise my hand and say we did it, we did it. It's not always going to be that way, but we're psyched. But before proceeding on that, I made a mistake in the Flint video where I misstated what the EPA did. I was so angry, and still I'm so angry at what they did to the citizens up there with that, what they call water. So I misstated about the EPA's job. EPA's job is to protect, of course, people and the environment from people and corporations that would destroy it. And it didn't do its job there. It blew it, but that's what its job is. Iowa. How many people called Trump as a loser? We did. Ahead of time. He isn't what he says he is. He's a negotiator. He thinks he can only win. You know, we believe that Trump has really been great for the election, gotten things worked up and people moving around. But you can't just keep saying negotiate, negotiate, negotiate. And as we noted on the last video, not showing up for the debate had to hurt him. It made him look like the hubris was incredible and made him just look horrible. Everybody else debated issues. He was out doing a little Jerry Lewis telethon. And Jerry Lewis never ran for president. If he did, he wouldn't have won. So I think that really hurt him, and we were right. Marco Rubio is on fire. New Hampshire is going to be really interesting for the Republicans. It's going to be absolutely great because now we're going to see, does Chris Christie do it? Does John Kasich do it? Does Jeb Bush do it? We're talking early now. It's a week away. We're going to say no, no, and no to all of them. Jeb Bush is finished. John Kasich, just look at him. I mean, I've got nothing against how people look. I mean, look at this mug, okay? But he just doesn't look presidential. It's just, he looks, I don't know what. It just doesn't come off right. The way Carly Fiorina didn't come off right. She always looked mean. He just kind of looks rough. I don't know what it is, what the right word is. It's just a subjective thing. And he doesn't talk about the right things all the time. He doesn't seem to be on point when he speaks. Smart guy, good governor. But I think he's out. As we said, Bush, he's out. Chris Christie, all he can say is, I'm a governor. You want a governor. You don't want senators. Really? What about Jimmy Carter? One of the worst presidents of all time, and I voted for him. One of the best presidents after his term of all time. A man who cares about people, big heart, running around, still on ads at 90 years old, beating cancer, trying to help the kids at the hospitals. He's just the man that way. But Chris Christie wants to be like a governor, like Jimmy Carter. How about George W. Bush? Another one who blew it. Did a great job after 9/11 and then let the entire financial system fall apart. Blew New Orleans, blew other things. And this is what Chris Christie is saying. I want to be, you want a governor? Really? We want a George W. Bush and we want Jimmy Carter again? No. I think that really hurts him. I don't know why none of the pundits are talking about the other governors that didn't do a good job. But Christie keeps hearkening back to Reagan. Not the only one. Rubio should do pretty well. I think it's still early. Trump, I think, is in big trouble. We said originally before the Iowa election that we thought that Trump would still win New Hampshire, and he may. But this really showed his vulnerability, a real vulnerability. You just can't keep saying, I'm going to negotiate, 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 negotiate. Because negotiating doesn't work if people aren't going to sit down with you. The Democrats, feel the burn. Bernie is incredible. He's getting a little angry in his responses. I'm watching him. He's getting hoarse. It's not good. But I love him. And he believes what he says. He goes up there. He should have won this with the minus, as we said, minus the coin flips. He would have won. I think Hillary's got a real problem. You've heard what we said with Hillary. We like her. She's experienced. I think she could be a good president, but she's not a real person. She's constantly changing, moving here, moving there, anything to get votes. That's the old days. People want people who are straight, who are going to come out and do what they say and what they believe. And I'm starting to wonder what it is Hillary really believes. It still looks great about the chances of two locked conventions, a Republican and Democratic convention, but it's getting great. And let this also be a lesson. The American people are not, you can't pull the wool over the American people's eyes. Trump tried, it didn't work. It's still early, he may come back, but he tried and it didn't work in Iowa. When people look and they believe and they see and they know what that vote means something here in this country. And I'm so proud of the people of Iowa, proud of the citizens of America. People are watching it. New Hampshire should be great. It should winnow out the field some more, and then we can have some real fights going down. I'm a little worried about Bernie's position in the South, I'm not necessarily a supporter of him, but I really like how he says it like it is. So I don't want Hillary needs the competition. She needs to keep getting pushed. That's what Bernie's there for at a minimum. So we have two great elections going. Things are happening. We've called it. We're psyched. We're going to keep you up to date. We're going to keep rocking. This is tremendous. Peace.